lot of high-potential movies are on the way, promising to surprise all of us. Do you have any idea which fantastic film productions are going to be released very soon? Minions and Monsters. The third movie in the Minions saga had already been announced quite a while ago, but we still didn't know anything about its story. That changed with the release of the film's trailer, which revealed its official title. Instead of Minions 3, it will be called Minions and Monsters. Putting that title together with what we see in the trailer, it's clear that the new adventure of Gru's little helpers will be very different. The story will be about the Minions producing a monster movie and getting caught up in a wild adventure to find real monsters so they can appear in the film. Because practical effects are better than CGI, right? Of course, this decision by the Minions will result in total chaos, because that's what always happens whenever the Minions are around, whether they mean to or not. And we'll be able to see all that chaos starting July 1st, 2026. Yep, still this year. This is just one of the 12 amazing movies nobody expected that are on the way. The moment has come! Let's enjoy another Cinewave together! Inside Out 3. Inside Out is the kind of franchise that has the potential for many movies, because the world inside the human mind is a place that still has a lot left to explore. That became even clearer when we discovered in Inside Out 2 that new emotions appear over time. That sequel introduced emotions like anxiety and ennui. As a matter of fact, Inside Out 2 was a massive hit when it was released. With all that in mind, it's easy to see there are plenty of reasons for Inside Out 3 to happen in the future. A rich universe full of things to explore, incredible characters, and of course, strong fan interest. The last movie wouldn't have become the highest grossing animated film in history at the time of its release if nobody cared. And now all of us want to see Inside Out 3, preferably with Riley older and dealing with new teenage challenges. Even though this film hasn't been officially announced yet, everything points to it happening at some point. That was reinforced by Paul Walter Hauser, who provides the voice for the character Embarrassment. During an interview with Comic Book, he said he heard that another movie might be made, which makes it clear that Disney is at least considering Inside Out 3. Since there's really no reason for this project not to move forward, you can be sure it's only a matter of time before the movie reaches theaters. K-pop Demon Hunters 2. K-pop Demon Hunters was a completely unexpected hit, and it's obvious that both Sony Pictures Animation, which produced the animation, and Netflix, which distributed it, realized that a brand new successful franchise was being born there. Because of that, Netflix confirmed in November 2025 that a sequel to K-pop Demon Hunters is now in production. For now, we don't have major story details about this sequel, mainly because the film, unfortunately, will still take a while to arrive. Its release is planned for 2029. According to singers Audrey Nuna and Ray Ami, who performed the songs in the first movie, the reason for that release window is that greatness takes time. In other words, they're promising that K-pop Demon Hunters 2 will be absolutely incredible. A Minecraft Movie 2. Another somewhat unexpected hit from 2025 that's getting a sequel is a Minecraft movie. The film drew attention from its very first trailer for being the adaptation of one of the most beloved games in history. However, the fact that it was live action, putting real people inside a blocky game world, created a lot of controversy at the time. Some people loved it, others thought it looked goofy, but when the movie hit theaters, it ended up being a success one way or another, with most viewers agreeing that it's very fun and respectful to the Minecraft universe. The ending already hinted that the story could continue, since the post-credits scene showed Steve meeting Alex, the game's other main playable character, alongside Steve himself. It didn't take long for a sequel to be confirmed, with a release date set for July 23rd, 2027. So, do you also want to watch all these animated and game-based movies when they come out? If yes, comment down below #movies. A Roblox movie. The success of a Minecraft movie and other productions like Sonic the Hedgehog and the Super Mario Bros. Movie proves that we're living in the era of video game movie adaptations, which means many more adaptations of other games are on the way, and there's a strong chance that very soon, a game often compared to Minecraft will get its own film, Roblox. Both games are well known for heavily focusing on creation and creativity in general, since Roblox is a platform that lets you create all kinds of games. There's even a game inside Roblox called Jailbreak that's getting an animated movie. It's in development right now, but it still doesn't have a release date. It could end up being released sometime in 2027. It's not yet known whether the adaptation will be directly connected to Roblox itself or based only on this specific game, but this shows that it's only a matter of time before we get a movie fully focused on Roblox as a platform. Maybe maybe even using a multiverse concept to treat each game on the platform as a different universe. The story could even be about a person going on a fantastic adventure while traveling across the many worlds inside Roblox. Super Mario Galaxy the movie. Mario's new adventure is definitely one of the most anticipated movie releases of 2026, and for good reason. Based on the trailers we've received, Super Mario Galaxy the movie will be packed with action and will adapt many elements from the mustached plumber's games, such as Yoshi and, of course, the events from the Super Mario Galaxy titles. Luckily for us, the film's release is very close, currently scheduled for April 1st. Until then, we have to keep our hype under control and hope this movie is just as good as the previous one, or even better. Zootopia 3. Zootopia 2 served as yet another proof that Disney made the right call by creating sequels to its recent hits, because the sequel was another big success and was also well received by fans. Disney knew this would happen. That's why Zootopia 3 was confirmed right at the end of the second movie. We see this in the post-credits scene, which ends with a feather falling by Judy's window. Feathers aren't found on mammals or reptiles, which makes it clear that birds also exist in that world, and that Zootopia 3 will focus on them, just like the second film focused on the reptiles' story. Fortnite the movie. Speaking of games again, another massive hit is Fortnite, and there are many rumors about the possibility of it getting a film adaptation. Fortnite is another game with huge adaptation potential. It's a battle royale, meaning players are dropped onto an island and must survive until only one remains. But that's not all. Its storyline involves a time loop and even entire universes colliding, with the game featuring countless crossovers with all kinds of properties, other games, TV series, and even movies. A Fortnite movie would have every excuse to be completely wild. You know what would be awesome? Subscribing right now and getting all our videos straight on YouTube. Masters of the Universe. Most kids in today's generation don't really know the character He-Man very well, but that's going to change with the movie Masters of the Universe, which will adapt the classic animated series of the same name. The story follows Prince Adam, who lives in the world of Eternia and transforms into a powerful superhero called He-Man when he uses the power of his magic sword. The trailer showed that this movie will be very faithful to the original show, at least visually, both in the character designs and in the world itself. If you're not familiar with He-Man yet, you'll be able to meet him starting June 4th, which is when the movie will be released. Street Fighter. Speaking of faithfulness, everything indicates that the Street Fighter movie will also be very faithful, at least based on what we've seen in its trailer. The game is known for having many fighters with very distinct looks, each one coming from a different country. Because of that, the franchise has never really managed to get a strong live-action adaptation. Street Fighter even had a movie back in 1994, but it wasn't very well received. But that doesn't mean the new adaptation will also be a failure. Quite the opposite. Super Mario Bros. Also had a movie in the 90s that was poorly received, only to get a completely spectacular adaptation in 2023 that pleased both longtime fans and people who just wanted to watch a fun movie. We're hoping the same ends up being true for Street Fighter as well. Detective Pikachu 2. Even before the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Nintendo had already tried making a live-action film based on one of its games back in 2019, and that's how Detective Pikachu was born. A movie set in the Pokemon world that brought the pocket monsters into live action in a way few people thought would be possible, balancing realism with faithfulness. And even though it's been several years since the first movie came out, Detective Pikachu 2 is now in production. The Pokemon visuals influenced several other adaptations, such as Sonic the Hedgehog, where the blue hedgehog originally had an overly realistic design that had to be changed after the negative reaction from the public. Because of that, Detective Pikachu is one of the big reasons why video game adaptations are so popular nowadays. What's interesting is that the Detective Pikachu sequel was confirmed a long time ago, but its production seemed to be stalled, at least until recently when some leaks suggested a possible release window between 2026 and 2027. Could we be getting a surprise trailer soon? Hoppers. Pixar's next movie already has a release date, and you can be sure it's coming to theaters very soon. Hoppers arrives on March 6, 2026, but it will screen at the International Children's Film Festival a few days earlier, on February 28th. Everything we know about the story so far is very interesting. The consciousness of the main character, a girl named Mabel, will enter the body of a robotic beaver through a device, which will allow her to infiltrate the wildlife environment and communicate with the animals. Also, Mabel can stop the plans of a construction company that wants to destroy the local animal habitat to build something new in its place. You can tell this will be a good old-fashioned comedy-focused animated film, while also bringing a layer of social commentary, something that's common to see in Disney and Pixar animation, allowing both kids and adults to enjoy the experience. At least, that's what we think, but this is the kind of thing we can only be sure about once the movie is actually out to watch. watch. We've prepared 2 videos you're going to love. Pick one and keep having fun here with Teen Videos.